Hello everybody and welcome back to New Day on TV3. Again, thank you so much for engaging with us on our socials. We are at TV3 Ghana. Let's talk Parliament. Now, the second session of the 8th Parliament of Ghana began last Tuesday, May 24th, with several items on the agenda. Joining me to talk parliamentary affairs is my colleague Evelyn Tegma. You've had close dealings, Evelyn, with what's happening in Parliament, and good morning to you.
Good morning, Helen.
A lot of items on the agenda, but more pressing, especially according to the Speaker, Honorable Alban Bagbin, is that the House is broke. He says that they are running on arrears and they need money desperately to ensure that affairs run smoothly. What do we make of this assertion that the House is broke? Some people say it's washing your dirty linen in public.
Well, Helen, to say washing dirty linen in public, well, for the Speaker, he has made several appeals to the Finance Ministry to release some monies or their money for them so that they'll be able to run Parliament all this while. But the Finance Ministry is not doing so. And Parliament needs money to undertake its activities. So, for instance, if the Health Committee wants to visit health facilities across the country, they will need money for that. They have to travel, all that. There's no money. So they write to the Speaker, he says there's no money. If any other committee of the House wants to do so, there's no money. If they need to do capacity building for members and other staff of Parliament, there's no money. So the Speaker, I'm told, has complained behind doors, nothing is happening. So he had to come out and say that in public. And interestingly, when he said that, the following day, the Finance Ministry released some monies for Parliament. So you see, so basically, Parliament could be grounded if they don't have releases from the Finance Ministry. So basically, Parliament needs money to run. There are lots of things that is being done. And the Speaker was very angry because for him, the Finance Ministry is treating Parliament as if it is an agency or a ministry. Because if you look at Parliament, it is an arm of government.
Right.
Just like the executive and the judiciary. And so they don't feel that you should treat them the way you should treat other agencies and ministries, where you have to cut a ministry budget, you cut agency budgets. So they are saying that you have the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. So if you are unable to cut the executive budget, why would you cut Parliament's budget? If you make some releases to the executive, why not Parliament? We also need money to run their affairs. And so the Speaker basically was angry about that, and he came up publicly, and the money was released to them. Probably not all, but something has been done. So
do you think it's because he made that public call to indicate, well, the House needs money to run, and you put into context exactly what that means? For example, if the Health Committee, you say, want to visit some hospitals, that money, you know, they're going to use said monies to do all of that. Do you think it's a public declaration that quickened the Finance Ministry's release of the monies?
Exactly. Exactly. And when I spoke to the Minority Chief Whip, Honorable Mutaka Mohammed Mubarak, he also indicated that he thinks that it is deliberate. The Finance Ministry is deliberately doing that because here is a Parliament with a Speaker who is not from the majority side. And so if government should release all their monies, Parliament's money to them, anything that the Parliament wants to do, the Speaker will say, okay, let's do it. So he is thinking that, or he's suggesting that it is a way to weaken Parliament, okay? And to stifling them of their funds is a deliberate attempt just to make them weakened so that they will not be able to check government the way they're supposed to check government. So that public declaration, well, for them, it is okay.
Well, now they do have that money. But on the flip side, you have Majority Leader Osechi Mensah Bonsu indicating that he thinks the Honorable Speaker should have kept that information, again, private, as he has previously done. And of course, the Speaker had some words of rebuttal. He says that he needs to be respected as Speaker of the House. Of course, as Speaker of the House, he needs to be respected. And, well, if that is what Honorable Che is saying, that could be his opinion, okay, but for the Speaker, he needs money to run the House. And the same majority side, if they have issues, they'll have to go there. It's affecting every MP, not only MPs from the minority side. It's affecting every MP and, of course, staff of Parliament. So, and the Speaker is the head of the legislature, so he has to step his foot forward. So whatever means he will do to get the money, he has to do it. But his office will have to be respected. Absolutely. Well, interestingly, you had the finance minister also coming to Parliament seeking approval for a specific loan. This one has to do with COVID-19, but we also have some disgruntled minority MPs who say that calls for the finance minister to avail himself have fallen on deaf ears. Yes, so that was on Thursday. The finance ministry brought a loan, a 75 million euro loan, for COVID-19, and the finance committee presented that report led by the chairman, Kweku Kwarteng. So he presented that loan, and from the minority side, they said they will not agree. Why? Because for them, they think that it is not needed because they have approved several loans for the ministry or for government, and they have not seen what has been used for, especially for COVID. That's right. And so now what they are saying is that government should come and account for the loans that have been approved for them for COVID-19 before this particular one will be approved. Right. So now the loan was shut down, and the finance minister was asked to come to the House this week. Right. Okay, to come and account to the House. What did you use the previous monies for? Because, of course, contained in this a new loan that they're seeking is some monies for PPE and the other. And the MPs are saying, well, we need to know exactly why you are requesting said monies. Exactly. Okay. Because now, if you look at the loan, it's supposed to buy PPEs, it's supposed to buy some, expand the health facilities, and also to buy transplants for the various hospitals. Now, some of the minorities MPs were saying that if it is the expansion is to build capacity and all that, they will agree. Right. But to say you are buying PPEs at this time, they will not, because like there doesn't seem to be that current need for it. Yes. Okay. So they will not agree. And more so, government has gone in for more loans. That is what they are saying. Government has gone in for more loans. You have not even accounted for the first COVID-19 funds. So why should we approve this one for you again? Right. So go back and then come and account to us what you have. So go back, do your homework, and let's see what happens. Well, away from that, and finally, as we wrap up on this chat about the happenings in Parliament, MP absenteeism, it's been high on the list. We know that the Speaker of the House, Honorable Alban Bagbin, he has referred 3 members of Parliament to the Privileges Committee. I'm talking about the Honorable Sarah Adjoa Safo, MP Dom Kwabenya, also Honorable Kennedy Ejapon, MP Asin Central, and also Henry Korte, the Honorable MP for Ayawaso Central. That was last week. We don't know that so much movement was made in that direction. Do we know what's going to happen this week? You have, for example, Honorable Sarah Adjoa saying that she wasn't summoned officially. We're hoping, obviously, that this week we see some traction and maybe they can get on a Zoom call, for instance. We know that the Honorable Ricketts Hagen, he's a ranking member on the Privileges Committee. He was speaking with our colleague Komla Kluche. He says, well, they'll use whatever avenues are available to them to resolve this issue. Is it going to be a hot topic still this week? Exactly, because if you see, the Speaker gave the committee 2 weeks to finish its work, and so last week they couldn't do that. They met with the
Ayawaso Central MP Henry Korte, but just less than 10 minutes it was over, and he had to travel. He said he had to travel, so because of that, Adwoa Safotu has not responded to their calls. So so they have rescheduled the sitting to 9th of June.
9th of June.
Yes,
okay.
They've rescheduled it to that time. So now what the chairman of the committee, Joseph Osewusu, is saying that they will have to reach out to Adwoa again. They will remind her again, because they have sent her emails, WhatsApp messages, and
those are all appropriate forms of notification.
Yes, and letters to her office. Yes,
right.
And he was saying that the same person or the same contact in which they sent the letter to her, the same contact that the media people got her to do the interview with.
Interesting.
So they are surprised why she has not responded to their invitation or calls, and she went ahead to speak to the media. But they will remind her again that the meeting has been rescheduled to the 9th of June. So they're asking that she should avail herself
yes,
through Zoom or whatever means they will get her to do that. They will do that.
Lovely. Thank you so much for that. Evelyn Tengma is my colleague here, also has very close dealings with what happens in Parliament. Well, join us this July for our Dubai package trip. It's going to cost you a cool $1,280 per person on double occupancy, some $1,420 per person on single occupancy. If you have a little child you want to take along, it'll cost you $1,090 to take them along. Now, this includes return tickets, 6 nights, a hotel stay, daily half-board meal. You also have your visa needs taken care of, COVID insurance, a Dubai city tour. You get to see the Laguna Water Park with lunch, also a desert safari with dinner. Also get to go on the catamaran cruise that comes with dinner. You get to see the Dubai Mall Fountain Show. Now, airport transfers are included in this. Also, your COVID tests in Dubai. All taxes also included. If you want more information, simply dial 055 36 88 398 or call 054 100 4130. Of course, terms and conditions do apply. We do have some birthday wishes going out this morning. A very, very special happy 30th going out to Sylvia Ama Kwabiakumi. You are at the ADB head office department. This one is coming from Michael Otieje, General Manager News here at TV3. Have an amazing, amazing day. Also, some more birthday wishes going out. This one, a happy birthday going out to Lieutenant Akosia Sewa Diamenu from your husband, Captain Peter. Also, a belated birthday going out to Mrs. Gloria Date. Happy birthday. And to everybody else who's celebrating their birthday today, thank you so much for your time this morning. At this point, we say goodbye, adios, au revoir to you all. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. This has been New Day on TV3.